Hello guys. Um, Today we'll be looking at lesson 2, part 4 of the course, and it's much more of a practical course which would require me to speak a lot rather than giving notes, which has been the order of things lately or since the beginning of the course. So we're looking at demo trading, right? Demo trading. That's the first thing we're going to be looking at in this part of the course, and then we're also going to be looking at okay, so we're going to be looking at demo trading and building successful trading systems and momentum. Now, for most persons, the usual route of trading Forex would be learning and watching a few videos on YouTube, and then you just fund whatever broker you can find, and then you start trading immediately with the hope of making substantial amounts of money within a little period of time. But think about it really. If you're going to be a medical doctor, if you're going to be a surgeon, you would need, in worst case scenario, you would need at least 4 years of education and 2 to 3 years of actual practice. Not practicing on patients on your own, but learning the practical aspect of the field under a lot of supervision. And so you have a field that pays you way less than trading is capable of paying you, and you commit so much time to it and years, and then you feel like maybe you could just storm into trading and then become successful without much work or even stressing yourself and all of that. And the reality of it is that you would obviously learn the hard way, but it is difficult. Trading is difficult, and making money from trading is the easiest part of trading. Keeping money in trading is the most difficult part of trading. Anybody can open a trade. You could just open your fund whatever account, and you have access to the market. Over 6 trillion in the market, you have access to it, and there's not much of a qualification that you need to be successful, right? So you just need to fund an account, and then you press buy or sell, whether it's based on your feelings or whether it's based on a strategy, and you're profitable at the end of the day. But the thing is, that will not avail you over a long period of time. So the question is, if you have medical doctors who spend a lot of time learning, and they ultimately spend a lot of time carrying out practicals and then working under supervision for almost their entire career, because you would obviously have somebody who is always more senior than you in the field, and then you'd have teachers, you do your housemanship and all of that. And then if you have, in case of lawyers, where you have mooting competitions, these are basically like test competitions for law students, right? To hone their advocacy skills, their legal drafting skills and all of that before they are done with law school, and then they go on to start practicing under supervision for a reasonable amount of time. I must also say, how much more trading, which has a better reward if you do it properly, it has the capacity to make you more money than most other fields. And so most people do not spend the time, the amount of time that is necessary to learn. Most persons do not actually spend it. So the truth is, one of the major things that you must consider in your journey of Forex trading is demo trading. So it's basically also known as paper trading, right? Sorry about this. It's basically also known as paper trading, and it allows you to practice your strategies. It allows you to practice your strategies and get familiar with market conditions. Without risking any real money. Now, it has a lot of benefits, obviously, because you're not risking any real money. You're basically just practicing to hone your trading skills. And the truth about it is that it also has some downside in the sense that because you're not risking any real money, there's really no emotion at stake, there's no feelings at stake. You would not really learn how to manage or control your emotions. But we'll come to that later, right? So basically, this is the best route to go. Personal opinion, I would advise you stick to a strategy. Right? So you stick to a strategy and you demo trade till you're profitable for at least 3 months. So let's say you've learned, you're done with this course, and then I teach you one, I'll teach about 3 strategies in the course. I would advise that you choose one. So basically, you are done with the course, and then you want to start trading. My advice would be for the period of time that you're going to trade, right? You stick to a particular strategy and then you demo trade it with not so real funds for about 3 months, right? And 3 months of profitability now. So let's say you have 6 months, and in that 6 months, you're only profitable for 1 month. You're not supposed to start trading that strategy. That's my personal opinion. I want you to be, because trading is basically 3 things. Trading is basically risk management, psychology, and execution. That's basically those are the basic 3 things that would guarantee and determine your success in trading. Now, what you're learning in demo trading is risk management. This is the practical aspect of what you learn in demo trading, right? Risk management and execution. This should be your primary focus in demo trading. You should be demo trading, not just entering random trades, but demo trading to perfect your execution, right? You should be demo trading to perfect your execution, the execution of that trade, the execution of your strategy. How well can you execute your strategy? So demo trading should be, you should use it as a tool to perfect your execution and also perfect and make all the mistake of trade plotting and risk management. One of the major challenges that I had, I went live into the market immediately when I started trading without much. I didn't demo trade. I doubt if I demoed, except when I lost and then I had to go back to the drawing board. That was when I started demo trading. So I went to the market without much of a knowledge about trading. I just saw a video and then I started, felt I could make money, paid somebody. He added me to a WhatsApp group and was sending links to videos for me to watch. And I was watching and I felt that was the best thing that could happen to me at that point. And I made money, of course, beginner's luck. And then at some point I started losing the money because I didn't really understand what I was doing. There was no strategy to execute. We were just told to buy at this point, sell at this point. No reason, no risk management. We were not told to do any proper calculation of lot size or whatsoever. It was just maybe an indicator. The guy in quote said he was using a robot. And so whenever the robot told him to buy and hold for 2 minutes, and would buy, and before you could even enter the trade, the 2 minutes has elapsed and the market is going against you. And you're just like, Jesus Christ, what's going on here? So the truth about it is that in demo trading, your major focus should be how to expertly execute your strategy with 0 errors, because trading is a very large percentage your execution. You might have good risk management, but if your execution is poor, then it's all going to be messed up. let me give you an example. So let's say, okay, this is the trade that I entered. I'm waiting for price to come here, USD card. So let's say, you're supposed to enter trades at a particular level of price, and let's say I'm supposed to enter the trade now. This is where my entry is supposed to be, right? And for some reason, I see these numbers. It may not sound like a big problem now to you, but this has actually happened to me a lot of times. For some reason, I'm seeing my number here, my entry number, my stop loss number, and then I go to the MetaTrader and I put like maybe 1.42094, and then I come here and I put 1.44186, right? It's what is here is correct, but what I am imputing in my MetaTrader is absolutely wrong. And it may not seem like a problem, but this little difference, you see now where the stop loss is, in actual sense, if I do not look at my MetaTrader, I wouldn't know the stop loss is here, because at the back of my mind, I have imputed the correct thing. This is a common mistake that happens to most people, making mistake in terms of figures. You probably go to your risk management calculator and calculate that your lot size, the lot size you're supposed to use, is 0.20. And then you go to your MetaTrader and you impute 2.0. Those little errors can destroy your trading. That's like little mistakes that you make in execution. And then oftentimes you're supposed to be aware of news, particularly if you are a day trader or a scalper, right? We'll come to the different types of traders later. You're supposed to be aware of news, but most people do not even bother. Most people do not even bother to check any news whatsoever. So let's say most people they don't have a care in the world, and then they end up seeing big spikes destroying their trading, their trades, and all of that. Like today, okay, this is a high impact news, right? So let me just mention this in passing. There are various types of news. There are basically three types of news. There's a low impact news, there's a mid impact news, and there's a high impact news. These are low impact news. They do not create much spike movements in the market at all. If at all they create any, they are basically identified as yellow. This is the website where you check news affecting your currency pair. In this case, this affects USD. So every currency pair that includes USD would be affected by this high impact news. So it might be a spike, it might be a little movement, but there's really no way of you knowing that. So oftentimes you're supposed to check news, but because you forget, right? You do not check news, and then the market comes in and creates one big spike around 2 o'clock and takes you out of the market. And because you forgot to check news, these are execution issues. So when you demo trade, you make these mistakes, you write down rules to correct them, you make certain adjustments, and you continue with whatever it is that you're supposed to do. You move ahead with it, okay? So, but you see people make this mistake in the sense that they don't even demo trade, and then you don't have any idea what news is and when it's supposed to happen, and the spike that happens because of news blows out your account. It has happened to me before. So these are the little things that people look at and they do not even try to learn. And what can provide you that kind of environment without risk to learn is demo trading. So it's important that you demo trade for some period of time. You may not do it for 3 months, right? You may not be able to do it for 3 months. You may be impatient and let me just do it for 1 month at least. But get a hang of it. Make your mistakes in demo. Make execution and risk management mistakes in demo, because Forex is a mountain of problems, a whole lot of problems. And the more you handle those problems, the better you become at it. You become better at Forex trading. So make all your execution, maybe not all, but ensure that you give yourself the room to make all of the mistakes that you want to make with respect to execution in a demo account. Because at that point, it does not affect your psychology. Your money is not in check. Your money is not in the market. make sure you make all the mistakes or a reasonable amount of your mistakes in terms of risk management calculations and all of that in demo, so that you do not repeat those mistakes. Because if you go to the live market and you do live trading and you make execution or risk management mistakes in live trading, you will be burned. There would be an instant reaction from the market to destroy your account, to destroy your emotions, to destroy your trade. Instant reaction. You would feel the consequences of your actions immediately. Now, the truth is here, just demo trade for maybe a month, at least a month, at least. At least a month, right? I've given you this advice here. Stick to strategy demo trading till you're profitable for at least 3 months. Some people will not be able to do this. So I would put this as if you are conservative, right? If you're a conservative trader, it's fine. People who do not like to take so much risk, you could demo trade and do that for 3 months. If you are impatient, you could demo trade for 1 month. But ensure that you get your risk management calculation and execution issues right. And now this is the reason why I'm saying you should get this right, because oftentimes people make mistakes in Forex and then the mistakes haunt them and they try going back to watch all manner of YouTube videos without knowing where the problem is coming from. So let's say you live trade, you without demo trading, and you start making their spikes. That's when you are going to learn about forexfactory.com or fundamental news. Is that you really want to put your life account, you want to subject your life account at that form of to that level of risk where you now have to go and start learning after losing money? No, now. That's why people say Forex is scam. Some people who have been trading for the last 6 months or 1 year do not even know what forexfactory.com is. They don't know the website. They have no idea. I didn't know for about a year. Okay, so now you have the opportunity of knowing this. So the most important thing is you put these things into practice in your demo trading. So you make your mistakes then. And then 2 things I'd like to emphasize is in demo trading, I would advise that you focus on one currency pair and one strategy. Like, I am in love with USD CAD. No, scrap that. Let it not come out wrong. But I have spent a considerable amount of time trading USD CAD, and I do not know how it moves. I don't understand all of its intricate movement, but I have a good idea about what it's going to do at different points in time. And I see a lot of repeating patterns based on my strategy, and I take them with confidence because I've been with USD CAD for over a year and I've stuck to it. So stick with one trading, one strategy, and one currency pair. It gives you more focus, so you can instantly see where your mistakes are coming from. When you've dealt with risk management and execution and you focus on one strategy and currency pair, whenever you make mistakes during your trades, you would lose trades. That's completely normal. You can do everything 100% right and still lose trade. That's fine. All I'm saying is let your loss not be as a result of your mistakes. So when you stick to risk management and execute properly, and then you stick to one strategy pair and one currency pair, when you make mistakes and you lose trades because of your mistakes, it's easier to correct them and make adjustments in demo trading because your emotion is not attached to it. Your money is not present there, right? But in live trading, if you make those mistakes, you would want to revenge trade. And you would not even think that you've made the mistake. You would feel that the market has done you some form of bad, right? And now the reason why I was talking about trading profitably for at least 3 months is because there's a certain level of belief that you must be able to build to trade profitably well. And now the truth is there are 2 ways to get that belief. There are two ways to get that belief. Yeah. So you can demo trade successfully, or you can backtest properly. Now, you can do both before live trading. You can do both before live trading. And that's why I said trade profitably for 3 months at least. And the truth about it is that if you stick to a strategy, stick to one currency pair, observe good risk management, execute perfectly well, and you are profitable for 3 months in demo, you are reasonably setting yourself up for a higher chance of success. Because now you just have to deal with psychology. And the truth about it is that if your risk management is solved and your execution is perfect, psychology is easier to deal with. Psychology in the sense of how do you react when you lose trades? And this is where momentum comes in, because when you're profitable, you have that belief in your strategy. What makes people lose money in Forex trading is not even when they lose capital. It is the mental capital they lose. The belief in their system, the belief in the way they trade. When you lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trade at a bounce, there's this doubt. It starts creating doubt in you. And that doubt can be destroyed by demo trading for a reasonable period of time, where you've seen that this strategy actually works. You've demonstrated this for over 200, 300 trades, and you've been profitable at it. So even in your demo trading, you would have losing streaks. So when you have losing streaks in your live account on your prop firm, it doesn't feel strange to you anymore. Yes, there's real money in line, and yes, your emotion is going to feel like, oh, okay. But you have the momentum. You know this is a profitable system. You know that what is just happening is the market is messing with you. Everything is going to come good over a series of trades. And that belief and that momentum is built by being profitable and backtesting properly. Because you've made a considerable amount of your mistakes in demo trading, you do not have to repeat those mistakes in a live account. And once you've overcome those mistakes, you can channel your energy into focusing on your emotion and controlling your emotion alone. You're not bothered about going back on YouTube and hopping from strategy to strategy. Oh, this my strategy is not working. Because you've demonstrated it and it has been profitable for 3 months. So you know, hell yes, the strategy works. So it has to be your emotions, and you can fix that. And since you have good risk management, you're not going to blow up your account before you fix your emotions. Because some people do not have good risk management, and in 3 trades, their whole account is gone. But as a beginner, I would strictly advise that you do not risk more than 0.5% of your account size as a beginner. So even if you have a losing trade, or you have like a distorted bad psychology at the moment, your emotions are all over the place, you do not lose your account, because you are being conservative, and then you can then address your emotions and come back on a better day with a better state of mind to trade. That momentum can only be gotten from demo trading, journaling your trades, and backtesting, correcting all of your execution mistakes, your risk management mistakes, sticking to one strategy and one currency pair, and being profitable in demo trading, because then you have made your errors and then you know the strategy works. You just have to fix your mind. So thank you very much. And this is the end of lesson 2.